Welcome all my aliens, apes, and zombies to this Monster Monday. Back at it again with Crypto PJR. We got Bigfoot back in the house, and we got Dab back in it from all over the place now. And I just want to thank all my aliens, apes, and zombies for listening on this Monster Monday. And we're going to go right around the horn. Last time I saw Bigfoot, thank you for coming out to NFT NYC. We'll do a mic check live action. Bigfoot, how are you doing?
Pretty good, my friend. It was great seeing you out there. I mean, I'm surprised you spotted me, but I'm glad you did.
You know, it is hard to see the Bigfoot no matter where they are at, but you know what? Seeing it in New York City is just, I had to actually stop what I was doing and try to snap a picture, and just like all Bigfoot pictures, it's in the background, but nevertheless, still some fun things that are going on in this NFT space. Bigfoot, how have your travels been? What have you been up to? Anything fun or exciting?
Oh man, it's been a blast. Yeah, I've been camping. I got myself a paddleboard. Been doing some paddleboarding out there. You know, I'm a little heavy for it, but still, I can manage to get on there.
Imagine that. You have Bigfoot up there on the paddleboard. Man, that would just be hilarious to see that out there, and about him going around the space, trying his balance in that river that's right behind him. That'd just be very funny to see, and have him going around trying to keep his balance and not falling in that water. You know, that'd be hilarious to see with especially Lockie probably underneath the water there trying to knock you in.
Yeah, but the little kids didn't think it was hilarious though. They were all screaming and crying when they saw me.
They're probably trying to get out of the way. You're probably trying to make friends with them and try to get close to them to show off your balance, see what you can do with your balance technique with on that paddleboard. That's gonna be fun. I mean, when you fall in, I mean, does it take a while for Bigfoot to dry off?
Oh yeah, it takes quite a while. Yeah, and then I kind of shake it off, and all the people there don't really appreciate it when I kind of rinse. They all end up getting wet with a little bit of like the Bigfoot like aroma that comes with
yeah, you probably shake off. I can imagine and then you're getting everyone around you all soaking, sopping wet from there. What's going on in the Monster Lab? What's the professor been up to? Anything exciting?
Oh, he's been a busy guy. Yeah, we just getting ready to launch the lab actually pretty soon. I cannot give you an exact date. The people in the department will not let me give an exact date, but it will be launched sometime soon.
Well, we got live minting right now, and in case you look at these monsters, anything that can happen can happen. If you're not seeing these monsters, you can check out the pin tweet up at top, and in that pin tweet will take you right to Nicole Richie Rich, where you're actually having live action, looking at monsters right now. And, it is about that NFT community that we're trying to bring together. And then, look what we have here, some zombie unicorns. You want to talk about the zombie unicorn look here?
Yeah, that is the Cyclops zombie unicorn, a very, very rare beast indeed. There are really only, I think, about 6 of those around. So if somebody holds a unicorn, they can make a zombie unicorn. So there's like basically just about a handful of lucky unicorn holders out there.
Check that metadata. You don't know where you're going to find them. You don't know where they're going to be. There might be a slug on your back, but the unicorns, you can get them zombified right here. And, it's always great having crypto monsters on there to see how these things are evolving and what they're getting into, because, it's exciting to see the fun stuff that is happening next within these. Crypto PJR, I mean, you've had your journeys through intergalactic travel. Any run-ins with zombies and hybrid zombies that have taken over other monsters, per se?
Absolutely. Even on your own planet here of Earth, there is such a thing as zombies. There's zombie ants. They take over the mind of praying mantises and other insects, and they viciously go around slaughtering other insects and very small creatures. It's terrifying to me. I know it's terrifying to your audience, but these things are out there. These terrifying things. Crypto monsters, the tip of the iceberg. They have these creatures. They're battling each other. Who knows what they're doing behind doors? I hear Bigfoot getting wet. A lot of things getting wet. Monsters. It's just so exciting. Who can blame them?
Who can blame them? And you have traveled multiple galaxies to see what's out there. Keep the eyes in the sky. So coming in from from your analysts, makes perfect sense. Especially what you're saying with different insects. I mean, just the zombie ants that you're just talking about can be very easily brought in and mixed and matched within very different cultures, subcultures within different races of different planets as well.
Yes, absolutely. You're right about that. Planets, aliens, apes, and zombies. Planets, space, inner space, outer space, interdimensional. These things are important to watch out for, and I appreciate your show giving a voice to this.
Well, we need to all have an equal voice in this and sharing in all this. I want to do a mic check. Make sure. Maskey was on there and he left. I thought he was go in there, but we have another awesome guest of the show from one of the creators of Bad Wets with the Z, and Dab is back on the show again. And Dab, you've seen multiple things, going around to these different NFT conventions, these different NFT shows. Anything surprise you about seeing monsters or creatures or anything like that lurking up and around?
Not surprising. I've seen them around. Think to always connect. I mean, that's how we hooked up. Saw some Meebots and some monsters around, walking around. I mean, it's cool, right? To meet another bunny and monster. Definitely a way to connect it and a good way to make some good, genuine connections and networking.
We got to make those general connections, and it's fun to get out there in that space. And prior to talking with you guys and seeing you guys, the Bad Rabbits crew, at multiple venues in the NFT space in real life. Talk a little bit about the moods that you've that are catching some steam here. You got two, you got a nice floor price, you got nice owners, but I've been noticing these things popping up all of us. Tell us a little bit about maybe the art that you've created here.
Like you just said, we met back in NFT LA. I was kind of like our Genesis project, and along the way with this last year, it's been a whole different moods, different emotions, working every day, just putting in the work, and just building a brand and everything that goes behind, like building. You know, it's we go through ups and downs, and that's kind of what my Moods project was about. So OnStar V2 Bad Rabbit series, like just getting to know the community, just like you said, going to all these different events, speaking, actually getting a little bit more notoriety. I've gotten to listen to my community, and they've all Bad Rabbit is the genesis was more onboarding people, getting people to know who I am as an artist, and Moods was supported me. They asked for it. They wanted a more accessible PFP and fun. They wanted more volume. They wanted to trade. They really love the artwork about me being an artist on both projects. You know, I do create a lot of art. I'm always drawing, so it does have my rhythm and the flow. So people do connect with that. So if they did like Bad Rabbits and the Tea, they definitely. And it's just, yeah, my journey I drew a lot throughout. I'm always creating, and Moods came along, and it was perfect. And when I started to do the auto-generated PFP collection, 1,000 PFP collection, I've always more work or more pieces than I do have followers. So I really wanted to. It was a good number that I could get out there, and then the community also really were kind of asking for just trade and collect and have more volume out there. So that kind of what inspired Moods, nervousness, and things like that. You know, things that I experienced throughout my journey, although they're not, and they do happen. So those traits are rare through the ways of this last doing Bad Rabbits and a Tea and going to all these events, and you know, and actually I'm really not used to dressing up as a bunny and meeting up all these people, talking about my project. I'm from Puerto Rico, so yeah, it's been a great experience, and I just really love the vibe with the project, like you just said. Like they have really gotten into it. There's been onboarding along the way. It's been really cool to see how like my partner like gotten into it just because we're into it so much that we can, while it's what it is, just to be safe with them, with all these links and how security, 3 Wallet Pro, how to purchase an NFT, how to trade an NFT, just going through the whole process of actually minting it and collecting an accessible price. It gives accessibility to a lot of people that were kind of maybe purchasing an NFT, but throughout this year, seeing me speaking at all these events and all these folks, they actually kind of like felt like they've gotten to know me a little bit better, to the point where they've reached, I'm interested, and now you have like another project. Let's see how I can get in. So it's been a really good, cool experience. I think it's like 114 wallets, 50% sold. Like how they've received the artwork, how like all these traits, they go a little bit more in depth with the green star you just saw there. That's dedicated to my cousin who passed away last year. There's a whole bunch of traits. We had a hurricane, we were out of electricity. So that's what all that's about.
You know, I love seeing it, and I love seeing the growth, like you're saying, community members. You know, we have Julie in the crowd that's watching that. It has the PFP of that. You have Cactus Garden 9 as well in there as well. And then, you know, some friends with the Bad Rabbits there as well. Just seeing the bunny ears popping up at NFT LA. And then, you know, your journey, like you're saying, getting out there to New York and seeing friends in there and building that community. That's an important aspect of it. And that is what has led to, you know, the volume 2 of Moods being successful and getting out there to your crowd and your group. But, you know, it doesn't stop there, because if you look on your on LinkedIn, if you hop in on the LinkedIn page, you know, it takes you right to your Instagram, where it shows you in LA or New York, probably LA. If I scroll down further, yep, there you go. And then also TikTok as well, where, you know, you're out there making a name, making images, and, you know, getting those bunny ears, those Moods repped up and out there, which is just really awesome to see. And then the auto minter right here, where you can just connect your wallet and auto mint. There's no it's right to the point. That's what I'm trying to get to. There's no
It's
cut,
simple.
paste,
It's
right?
very simple.
Simple. Exactly.
Simple.
And that's what you need in this
think
day and age.
I think that's what actually, and then I heard about it. And Bad Rabbits and T, we're actually building up our own smart contract, building the launch of the bigger project is taking a little bit more time. But me as an artist, I create all. Hearing the community asking for a collection that's a little bit, especially since it comes attached with this custom NFT and like a signed print. So it's more like a. We're gonna go into the second series of Bad Rabbits and T with our own contract, which is just a bigger. But I had to release something. Automentor really caught my eye when I was in NFT. So I experienced it. I checked it out. Generated the art really cool. Traits. I didn't want to see the artwork when it came out. I just did it on my end and made sure that copacetic and all the traits lined up and everything. The artwork was fine. And then I had my friend, cousin, and my business partner.
Which one of the traits is your favorites? What's your favorite traits here?
Oh, my favorite. I have a couple favorite traits. I would say the towel because it's something experience that I had. It's a naked trait where just one of the worst experience of my life. The banana is a great one. I mean, I just love them all. The green star because my cousin. The positive eyes. They just have I really use one. I would say the banana. It would be my favorite because I actually something I made like a 6-foot banana sculpture that I painted and sold it during Maria Hurricane. Just really hard times, and it actually helped me get through that time. So it really means a lot to me. Share that image. So I would say that is my my favorite of all. A lot of cool traits. Like there's a work trait. I've probably heard the meme that when crypto back to McDonald's, like this the work shirt trait. So there's a lot of traits. Oh, there's community in this project. So there's a suit and tie trait. A friend of mine, and he's swearing and he's saying about all these things, and it's like, oh, I got to put on my and so he calms down a little bit. So that's where that comes from. Yeah, the Batita, how we saying. So I really love them all. To tell you the truth, there's some that are like the.
Well, you can't say that you don't. You can't say that you can't say that you don't love any of them. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I can say the caged in trait is my least favorite aesthetically, but I did like the message behind it. Like, and I really lowered the 3 or very little because sometimes you feel like trapped, and it's just very important to me to put it like my favorite, and I didn't love it, but I showed it to a couple people, and the artwork, it just as to me it wasn't my favorite, but I ended up putting it out there, like all kinds of cool mailing. So
yeah, that's pretty nice stuff that you have going here. Graffiti, the street art behind it, the street sense behind it, how you're building for that community, how you're building for your fans, and that's what it is. You gotta appease the fans, and I love the physical art that you have going behind you as well. And that's a lot of the stuff that you guys generate is capabilities of getting that physical art with that digital art as well. And it's just progressing. That you're on moving towards versions 2 things. Shows that growth and strength within what you guys are accomplishing and you have accomplished. Meeting in real life, being out there, being out and about, being the ones up in front, learning in the space, and then also in teaching in the space as well. Any questions from Bigfoot or Crypto PJR? Masky, I see Masky's on there. Masky, I got to touch base with you with some things that are happening out in the space. Any questions for Dab?
Yeah, actually, I was going through your Instagram, and I noticed you do quite a bit of, you have some murals and some sculpture, and you got paintings and you have NFTs. So, is there like a favorite medium that you have?
I love to paint, and I love to paint what my favorite medium is. That's what I love to do, painting on huge scale. So yeah, that would be. I'm gonna be in LA actually at the end of this month. We're gonna be selling canvases and bringing out some real canvas. I love, but I think my favorite would be spray can and just a paintbrush and that and a nice view. I'm from Puerto Rico, gonna have great views, so is my favorite medium.
Yeah, I also like painting. I mean, the artist guy that made all the monsters, he likes painting too. And I'm gonna be in LA too. Actually, this end of the month, I'm gonna visit my the other Bigfoot family in California.
Well, be sure to hit us up. We'll be there
Yeah.
in NFT Expoverse. It'll be hard to miss. Yeah, make sure you stop by and say what's up.
All right.
NFT Expoverse, you guys are hearing that there. Making sure you're paying attention to the tweets because there'll probably be more corner from there. Masky, how are you doing? I want to do mic check, make sure that you're that we're tuned in there, Masky.
These things
See if
happen.
Masky, whenever you got your mic check. Yeah, we got the UFOs in between the home bases and the satellites up top. But once his mic comes in and he can chat with us at all. Crypto PJR, anything that's headlining you on this intergalactic Web3 world?
Well, the Web3 world is very amazing here. A big new thing is we have to watch out, or you Earthlings have to watch out, for false flag events. The AI computers that we are currently building and you humans are building with, that you don't know of yet, it's actually forcing you to do this. They are actually going to be creating some strange images and things in the sky. It should not be confused with the actual phenomenon that's going on. We have to make sure we are always in check of all our senses at all times, and all our information goes to the preservation of the human race and all loving and caring beings in this universe. And that's really what's on my mind lately. This planet is going through some strife right now, and I just want to make sure that people have the right information and can prepare for the coming, hopefully not invasion, hopefully repel it. But I want you all to just watch the skies, watch the news, and keep up with what is going on. It's just incredible.
Care Bear, we saw it right there at the alien killing for the Care Bear right there, right through the heart. We do need to care about each other in this space. That's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to make sure that all my aliens, apes, and zombies have here, including Masky. Masky, last check on the sound check. How are you doing, Masky? 1 2 1 2. Masky. We will be back with Masky. We're gonna continue these Monster Mondays. We're gonna get them action packed. We're gonna start filling it in with some more of these more Bigfoot, more aliens, more apes, more zombies, bad wabbits when they're ready to kick off and they have the next phase of things coming in. Moods, if you guys want to talk some more about that, feel free to come on back and we can chat more about it. That is for sure. We're going to give Masky one more opportunity here. Masky, we have a mic. 1 2, Masky. All right, for my aliens, apes, and zombies, that's going to hold it down for this Monster Monday. I want to thank Dab for coming in. I appreciate it. Keep up the hard work. Bigfoot, you keep on Bigfooting around. Keep on practicing that paddleboarding. I know that you are a painter too, so use those Bigfoot stroke brushes. You don't probably even need a paintbrush. You can just use those big old paws of yours. And Crypto PJR, just like you're saying, check the skies, check them often. Always look up because that's what's happening. Just like the Ethereum price, everything's going on the up and up and up. I'm Crypto Nova. I want to thank my host, Crypto PJR, Bigfoot, special guest, Deb. That's Crypto Novo saying stay positive and love life. Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.
Peace. Thank you.